Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. Jake here at GD Honey Acres. I'm shooting this on my cell phone, so sorry if it's not that great a quality. But Mrs. Jake and I, hi Mrs. Jake.
Hi.
Just got back in from the bee yard and it's getting kind of dark out, if you could tell. We really hurriedly went and put 2-to-1 on our hives that needed it. We're probably going to feed the others, but not a gallon or half gallon at a time like we just did for the 7 that we fed. There's 3 of them that got a lot of good stores in there. The others, when we put 2-to-1 on there, which if right now it's in fall, you should start checking your weather. Because if it's below about 55 degrees Fahrenheit on average daily for like a week, you should not feed your liquid feed 2-to-1. If you're about 55 and above for that week, go ahead and you should be able to feed. Remember, once it's below 55, you can no longer feed that liquid feed. You need to switch to a dry feed. So we've only got about 3 weeks left, according to AccuWeather, that we can do 2-to-1. So we're doing that right now. We want to make sure that our girls have plenty of feed for the winter time to survive. As it looks right now, I'm going to predict that Lagertha is not going to make it because her colony size is fairly small. I don't know for sure why. No idea why, because she was huge all year. Then all of a sudden, towards the end of summer into fall, she just shrunk a lot.
Possible she had multiple swarms.
Yeah, it could be she swarmed too much. We also just pulled off the Max. We did Mite Away quick strips, right? Yeah, we just pulled off the Mite Away quick strips and put those in the trash or burn barrel, whatever. You could actually compost those. They can compost. But yeah, so during this time of year, you really need to get out there, check your food stores, and see if you need to feed. We got 3 weeks left to do our liquid feed up here, in the northern part of the U.S. So you southern guys, we're jealous. You still have some time. Y'all still have goldenrod going. Ours died out, at least 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah, so we're getting close. Winter is coming, and it's coming fast. We already had a week where we already froze like 3 or 4 days overnight, but we've been getting back up in the 60s and 70s. So it's coming, and I don't know about her, but I'm getting nervous. And
It's fine.
we still got to, after the liquid feed's done, I still got to make 3 more shims, 3 more volley boards. Then we got to wrap them in our black plastic, and we're not going to do a double layer like we did last year. We're going to cut it to where it's only 1 layer. So that way, if any snow gets between the 2 layers, it doesn't collect moisture there. And then I got to modify the old pink foam board insulation for 5 hives, because we already have a medium deep combo. And we don't need to modify one of them for Sophia because she's still in 2 deeps. So we only got to modify 5 of them to get them to the right size, and I got to make 3 more. Our no-name hive we have decided is now...
It's the new Blanche. We're just going to put her where the old Blanche one was before it absconded. So we're going to end up just naming the hives rather than the queens necessarily. That'll just make it a lot easier for us in the long run, kind of judging from this year.
Yeah, this year's been kind of hectic for us. I switched jobs, finished college, wiring went to crud in our house, so we've been working on trying to rewire stuff. Just had to lay in a whole new power line to the house because our overhead is way too small, and whoever did wiring before did not do things correctly. I'm an electrical and mechanical technician, so I deal with electricity and wiring all the time. So once I started looking into this, I'm like, oh my gosh. If I knew this information before we bought this house, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Oh well. All right, back to bees. Check your hives, check their food stores. If you need to, feed them 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1 if you can. Just remember, the more sugar you use, the quicker it's going to crystallize on you. You're going to have to get back out there sooner to get your jars back in, or your buckets. Like we got 1-gallon buckets from, I don't think I bought those from Man Lake.
I don't remember. That was a year ago.
I'll look at my old video and I'll link it in the description because I made a video of that. Oh gosh, who was it? Who's that other Maxent? It was another big name. Vino Farms uses the same ones. He's another YouTube channel. He's in the Northeast. So the only good thing, it might have been Daydent. The only good thing about winter coming is he's darn mosquitoes that are always out here and getting into our house will be gone. I'm excited about that. All right, guys, check your food stores. I already said that. Check your food stores, check your food stores, check your food stores. Feed if you need to. And if only do it if you're above 55 on average for like 5 days to a week. Once it starts getting below that, nix that idea and switch to a dry sugar feed if you can. I've got previous videos on how I did that where I have a spacer, paper on top of the frames, just dry sugar in there. They'll eat through it. It's better for them to have too much food than not enough food to survive winter, in my opinion. I know some people don't like doing it because it's artificial. I don't care. I want my bees to survive.
You can also make candy boards.
Yeah, I've never done that, but
When we eventually do experiment with making candy boards, we'll make a video.
Yep. All right. So I'll see y'all later. I'll pray for you. Pray for us. We love you guys.